Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the old Git Reacts, Reviews and Off Times Reminisces. And today we're doing One Master, who I've got a couple of albums by, and I very much enjoy listening to them. Now, when I first heard of One Master, I can't remember if it was a review. I think it was a review, and as a consequence, I listened to them. That might be true. It might be my distant memory failing me, but I can't remember exactly. But I do remember somebody saying they are just a Dark Throne clone, um, which put me off a little bit. But when I listened to them, you know what I did? I went straight around to that person's house and I set fire to it because it is anything but a Dark Throne clone band. They are their own sound, as far as I'm concerned, and a very compelling sound they have too. By way of demonstration, we're going to do the Black Bat, which strikes me as a very goth-sounding name title, or track title. Name title. What's the name title? Anyway. That, boys and girls, is how you start a track. Fantastic. It's a properly cascading riff, that one, and it reminds me of when you see a series of waterfalls, cataracts, whatever you call them, that spill over, rather than a straight drop like Niagara Falls. Maybe it's where you have, as I say, those falls that come one after the other rather than a straight drop. And if that wasn't enough, they then layer on top of it with even more sort of engaging and frantic motifs. I'm sold. Oh, I'm sold already. Sold already. I'm sold already. I'm sold already. I'm sold already. Even though I was sold already years before. So we've gone from that white water sort of aspect now to much darker waters. uh, the sort of the spume flecked waters of before now have lost any any sort of accentuation. It's just a pure deeper barrage here. And I suppose I have to say that if I'm using a whitewater analogy for this music, I have to highlight that you got to love the fact that it's rapid. That's a dad joke, I suppose. Marching drum sound seems to be quite prominent in a lot of American black metal bands. Primeval well use it quite a lot. So the frantic pace there is something that I always delight in, but one of the particular things that scores for me on with One Master is their drum sound is one that I enjoy most. It's all relative and it all depends on context, but by and large, the sort of rounder the drum sound, the better for me. So much as I don't mind the clatter of some drum motifs, I far prefer it to be thuddy and thumpy, which is what we've got here. So if I'm going to get a pummeling, this is the sort of pummeling I want. Thank you. Excuse me. So there you go. My only complaint with that is my usual complaint is of the drift out at the end. I much prefer if a band go out on a bang rather than that. But nonetheless, I suppose other people, having been what was I lifted high into the stratosphere, would rather drift down, float down, than drop and break an ankle or two. So it's all horses for courses. You might like it drifting out. I prefer the abrupt end, car into a brick wall type finish. But that's just me, and nothing can take away the absolute superb music that went for the drift out. It's just, despite the picture of the album, it's life affirming. It just makes me want to get up and go, and that's quite difficult nowadays for me. So anything that does is appreciated. So yes, One Master, well worth listening to if you haven't already. Their other stuff, and much as that is typical of their music, they do have quite a variance in what they do. So it's not, excuse me, what I say, it's not all like that, but all that they do tends to be something that'll leave you happy. Anyway, clicky bollocks, catch you all next time. Cheerio.